That would probably be why. You can't have audio when you turn the microphone off, Zotan. You leave for like a few days and then your streaming muscle memory dies. Not to mention all of my adoring followers have long since left me. I know it's true. No one can tell me otherwise. And not because I stream at the worst probably possible time for my time zone. And my unit, my close circle of peers and acquaintances and friends online. I think the only way that this time zone would work for me in terms of being a good streaming time zone is if I had like followers from, well, I guess Freeze is from Germany. So that makes a little more sense when he shows up. But otherwise, it's like everybody else that has ever been in this chat. It's like, yeah, we're in the US and we agree your schedule is bad. I can do nothing about it. But what I can do is get back into making this comic. I was on a trip for a few days. So I'm going to not be on a trip anymore. Any longer, I refuse to be on a trip anymore. And now I'm going to make comic stuff again. So let's just... Oh God, I really should just merge all this stuff. Oh, there's Zotan. I forgot about him. Should never forget about Zotan. He's a precious little lie. He's a little lie. I wish he were true, but he's not. He's just a work of fiction. Like so many things that I make. Alright, well, it appears to me I don't know how to scale things properly. Let's fix that. That is an elongated format. It's been a bit since I've had just a page with 3 rows. Usually I'm just trying to squeeze in that 4th row, and I think that's why I've been looking at my chapter 1 pages again, and I think the reason a lot of the ones from that chapter, the pages that is flow better, is that a lot of the times I had just 3 rows of panels. It gave them more vertical space for me to put word balloons in. Like I'm looking at it now, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of that. But even in the 4 row pages, 4 rows of panels on a page, they read better. I don't know what I did. I just understood paneling intrinsically better when I was making that chapter, and I don't know what's going on now. Maybe I'll rediscover that. I can only hope. That's quite simply not the color that I need. I need this one. I regret picking a customized color for my thumbnails, or my panel borders, I mean. But I've made my peace with it, and it's just so I've got to be consistent now, otherwise I got to go back and change everything, and I'm not doing that. Comics already taken too long. As it is. Especially when I'm doing stuff like taking trips. God. That's really just putting a whole... That's just exacerbating the issue. I gotta do the horizontal break first, and then we can do this. And then we'll do it like so. Oh god, these are all at 37% opacity now. Ah, god. Oh, you could just do it like that. Okay, I'm learning. You'd think I'd discover everything there is to know about this program by now, but no. I don't even have the most expensive version with all the features, so there's so much left to be discovered. And we get our obligatory deleted panel, just to free up some of the layout. Rearrange these to fix the layout again, but only for my workflow. I don't know why it puts the ones that come after before the other ones. Alright, so that's fine. We need this now. Oh, I gotta do this, of course. Of course. Why does it do this to me? Just, there we go. Be normal. Do I have to drag these out more? I might have to. Oh! I don't know what I did. Oh, that's neat. I could have like some crazy stuff going on here, but that seems hard to read. I will just refuse. I am thinking about it now, though, and I think I do want this to be a little bit more pushed over so that I can push these panels out a bit more as well. I'm gonna zoom in here for it to allow me to do precise movements. So graciously, thank you, Clip Studio. What page is this again? I don't even know where I am. Page 15, but I think like technically 16. This happens all the time. I swear by the time I get to chapter 2, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna never make another page error ever again. I'm just gonna get all the numbers correct. No page 1.5s, no page zeros that permanently confuse me as to what page I'm actually making. It's not gonna be that way. Because that has happened historically every time I've made a chapter so far. I've only made chapter 1 in the prologue, but that no for 2 is not great? Now I can sort of re-shrink these back into a more proper proportion. I'm trying this little word balloon thing again, where you just make it bleed over into the next panel. I don't know why, I just like it. Do a little something like that. Now, what should I even expect to get done today is the question that I have. Maybe just the more refined thumbnails. I gotta ease myself back into this process. I have been thinking about ways to streamline this whole thing to make my process easier. And I've been thinking about just, I've found out a way to get writing done at more hours throughout the day, because right now, I'll be honest with you, I don't do it often enough. It's my scripting, that is. I'm starting to get to the point where I fear I might forget good ideas I've had. I write them down in notes apps and stuff like that, but even so, there's only so much you can piece together from your own cobbled notes and random ideas without applying structure to them. I feel like I might just start forgetting what I wanted to do in a bigger picture sense. So I really should commit to that. Yeah, let's do a little something like that. A little something like that, maybe. That ought to do it. Yeah, why not do that? And then get rid of all this sketchy garbage. No, I actually need it. I'm so sad. Get rid of the rest of it. The rest of it ought to do. And then just some close to black, but not quite pure black. Now, I don't really think I need to do a second thumbnail for the armor. The helmet I've gotten very used to just drawing the shape of, because it's very simple. Why does my brush feel smaller than it used to? Is it my pressure sensitivity? I think it might be. What's your stabilization at, partner? 23, that seems a little too high. I think it might be my pens and my pressure sensitivity. Go softer. Why don't you? Yeah, that seems better. You're a very simple small brush man? I am a very simple small brush man. Hello, the pen that prospers. Welcome in. I'm making a comic here. I do that stuff often. That's mainly what I do. Do you do art as well? I'm always curious. If I go with a large brush, it's just required. There's like, you gotta worry about line weight, and it's just, oh my god. It's too much for me. I can't handle it. Technically, ooh. Technically art. In what way? Talking like interpretive dance, maybe? Do you draw meaning from movement? Or is it like, are you a participant in fast eating speed, what do they call that? Speed eating competitions? Because then you could perceive that as an art form, which I do. I couldn't do that. I just do the visual stuff. Some of the music stuff occasionally, but not nearly as often. Is this correct? I need to look at my other panels with this dude's face in it. Oh god. Let's see, what other pages have this dude's face in it that I can use? I don't have words on them. I didn't even get an answer on what art they do. That leaves me free to believe that it was interpretive dance. Maybe it was a sensitive subject. You never know what could have happened. It was like, what's that movie? Dirty Dancing? No, wait, what's the one where they, like, die from dancing too hard? They go way too in on it. Movie where people die from dancing. Dance to Death? I don't think I watched a movie in 2017 called Dance to Death. It's gotta be a different movie. And now I'm just getting links to the actual epidemic of dance that occurred in 1518. I've heard about this. The dancing plague of 1518. Absolutely crazy. Actual mass hysteria. And they just all dance to death. That's wild. So yeah, that's what I'm going to assume happened. Naturally. Hmm. Maybe I do need to just... Oh, you know, do I have anything in my JPEG stash that won't just show up on screen? Or do I have to put effort into this? Oh, I do have it. Okay, good. So that's what that looks like from that angle. Okay, good. What about this? Whoops. Pretty similar. Okay. I'm getting an idea of what I've created for this helmet design in the past. And I shall attempt to recreate it. Okay. Wait, I need to look at it again. That's about there and about there. Okay. This is why this comic will never get made. I'm spending too much dang time fiddling around. And I don't even know how to play the dang thing. I think this needs to be fixed, this line here. What kind of world do we live in? Where we can just go into our fellow man's chat rooms, comment on the smallness of their brush, and then leave. I can't believe this. I'll have you know my brushes are of an average size, to say the least. That's for posterity, for anyone in the future. Including myself when I'm feeling down about it. I need to hide this more. It's confusing me. My own perspective. This song is so weird every time, and I've brought it up on stream before. But it feels so not Monster Hunter. It just feels like it belongs in a different game. Belongs in a museum. Like, what is this freaking BioShock lounge music going on here? It's like the synthesized violins with some reverb, and like it sounds like it's playing from a distance. Like, what is that? It you? Hello, Swan. Welcome in. Somebody came in here, said I was very simple, called me a small brush man, and then left. Can you believe that? I don't legitimately think there was any ill intent behind it, but you know what? I'm choosing to read into it that way. As is my nature, as is the custom. Get wrecked. I feel very owned right now. Kind of vulnerable right now. I'd appreciate it if you freaking relaxed for like a sec. God. Not everybody has the nerves of steel that you do to withstand hurricane force winds reaching down from the sky upon you. Alright, some of us have emotions. Did your jimmies get rustled? I would hope not. I don't think so. How do I know if that happens? Do I have to call someone? Also, Swan, since this may be oh, you? I feel like I would, yeah. Since this is relevant to your streams, somehow. I don't know how it happened, but it is. That's the state of things. I'm scheduled to work this Wednesday because I was not on work. I came back from the trip on Sunday. So I cannot engage in these frivolous games with you via Monster and trying to court them. How dare you? I didn't schedule it. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. God. It's not my choice. I went up to my night manager and I said, my body, my rules, and he said, that doesn't work here, and I said, you're right. And then I walked out. They're not frivolous, it's your love life we're talking about. My love life is a disaster. And we all have seen it. But yeah, all that's to say is I probably won't be playing it this week unless you are fine with doing it on Friday instead. That's up to you. I still have Friday off this week. But other than that, I am dateless on Wednesday. For sure. Can't really strike up a conversation with a supervisor that I can see getting me out of that one. Yeah, no, you don't understand. I have to date a fictional monster girl in a prom video game. You know, like a healthy person. I swear this is a normal behavior. That's why we need to dedicate time to getting you a hot tamale of your dream. The hot tamale. Oh boy. I don't know if I could ever handle someone who could describe, who was either described by themselves or others as a hot tamale. Supervisor, I have a date on Wednesday. They would care even less. At least if I told them I was, like, trying to date a fictional video game creature, they would have some bit of sympathy for me. If I just told them I had a date, there would be, like, not a single emotion. Their brow wouldn't even furrow mildly. Also, I literally just took time off, so imagine if I come back from time off for a trip and then I'm like, I cannot be here. I'd get fired. What does this freaking shoulder pad look like? Was your trip good? It was pretty good. I would say... we went to a few state parks, actually. It was we drove to a couple. Since we have them in Nork. There was some camping things we were doing for just a few days. Driving around. Just visiting stuff. And now we're back. I wish we could have done it longer because New York, I'm looking at the map now, we got a ton of state parks that we wouldn't even go to. You guys really like camping? That's my parents. I'm pretty alright with it, but it's like, you know, if they enjoy doing it, then I'm happy. Sorry, getting choked up just thinking about it. I'm happy to go along. Let's see. What does this look like? I want to go camping sometime. How often have you gone camping? Or do you, or like, have you what's your usual rate? I know you travel a lot anyway, so I can see why that would take up time. What am I looking at? What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, the shoulder pad bit. Alright, let's do that. Oh, I drew it backwards here. Ah, I'm stupid. You have never, have you ever gone camping? I was gonna say. But that's not a great sign to have the question in the first place. But yeah, if you've never been, it's a fun experience. Obviously, heavily dependent on the location, but I would say more often than not, it's pretty fun. I don't think I have, just fishing trips, but nothing overnight. Dang. We've been camping a lot. Since I was a boy, now I'm a man. I could skin an elk in 15 minutes. I couldn't, and that's a lie, and you shouldn't believe me. I have gone fishing, though. I don't think we've ever done a fishing trip, actually. No, that's not true. Yeah, we have done fishing trips before. And I've caught some huge fish. They were about, let's see, if I'm about here, this is me. The fish, what's the biggest fish I caught? I probably caught one like, maybe about that big. If I'm like 5'11", I mean 6 foot for real, totally. Don't look into it. Don't check my license. He was a pretty hefty guy, down to about knee height, I would say, up to shoulder or something. I'm taking you for the zombie apocalypse then, Mr. Survivor Goblin. Yeah, Survivor Goblin. And I won't even need to eat that much, because on account of my size. How the hell did I draw this helmet? How the helmet did I draw this helmet? Why did I draw this helmet like this? It's so needlessly annoying, and it overlaps with so many of the other armor pieces. We're doomed if you run out of peanut butter. That's true. That is the one thing that satiates me at this current moment. If there was a peanut butter in the world, well, I'm just saying, climate crisis. The climate crisis was what I was trying to say. The Crimean War would be so much worse. Because it's already affecting crop growth, alright? And if there were no peanut butter, I would just be eating what's left. All of it. Even stuff I don't like. I would probably try squash if we didn't have peanut butter, so... In that sense, I think peanut butter is actively ruining my health. By preventing me from wanting to eat other things. But you know what? It's never gonna not exist. Thanks, George Washington Carver. I don't know if he invented peanut butter, but he's the peanut guy. Who invented peanut butter? Let's see. Marcellus Gilmore Edson. There's the man himself. My favorite guy. He was a chemist and pharmacist, and he patented a way to make peanut paste, an early version of peanut butter. I would shake his hand if he hadn't been dead for like 100 years. That's your hero. That's my guy. Oh, what? It gets even weirder. So, Marcellus Gilmore Edson patented peanut paste, but in 1895, a Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, that one, patented a process for creating peanut butter from raw peanuts. But, you know, in the interest of supporting a guy rather than a different guy who I know started a huge corporation, I'm going to choose to support Marcellus. He was the grassroots kind of guy. He didn't invent peanut butter. He invented peanut paste. Then freaking Kellogg's comes out and they're like, we got real peanut butter. And I'm just freaking pissed now. But they came in here in 1895 and they're like, yeah, we have the real peanut butter. Get out of here, Kellogg's. You can't take credit away from my man Marcellus. He was too good for this world. Does this look good? Does anything I ever drawn looked good? They stole it. They did. This is not what I wanted to do. This is what I want. Ah! This is what I wanted to do. That looks like something. Let me... I think this is the problem. Oh, I got a minute before I have to go back to my stream. Hello, Garo. Welcome in. I returned from my trip. I'm sure you saw. I saw my Discord notifications just go off. And then you showed up. So yeah, I'll look. I sent you the info you asked for in the Discord. Okay, good. I was gonna ask, but yeah, I'll check that out. I just got back, and boy, are my arms tired. I didn't even fly anywhere, so that joke doesn't work. Give a shout out on my stream right now? What? You did again. How dare you? So supportive. More supportive than the guy who came in here and told me I had a small brush and then left it. I don't know what the impetus was, but I'm choosing to believe it was hostile. I gotta go back. Well, have a good one. I saw the game you were playing. I hope it's good. I hope you're enjoying it. I'll be back later. I will see you then. Get shouted out. That joke only works for me. That's true. You're the one with a bird persona. You freaking furry. All this talk about furry art, and you didn't even realize that you had become it a long time ago. Furry, yeah, it's true. You haven't even thought about it, but now you can't help but realize that it's true. Oh my god, that is an oh my god of realization if I have ever seen one. I am a normal guy who just chooses to identify as a small green creature. Much better. Need to go reflect for a while. You have an anthropomorphized animal persona. Well, what do they call them? Avians? Aviary? I don't even know what they call them. I know they call them scalies if it's lizards. Or otherwise reptilian creatures. I don't know what they call bird furries. Alright, this panel's gonna count as done, I think. Well, I hate when I do that, so I'm gonna move on. But I am gonna flip it first to see if it looks fine. I forgot a thing, that's probably why. Ah, Christ, I have to draw parallel lines again. Why do I do this? Everything I draw is hard. Gonna pet my drooling cat and move on. What? Why is they drooling? What happened? Did you give them catnip? Are they high right now? I don't feel like having an existential crisis today. Well, too bad. Nihilism, nihilism, nihilism. Just don't think about Stardust and how we all came from it, and how we will all return to it. Then you should be just fine. So cats drool when they're happy? I had no idea. I've only ever owned dogs. And they don't even do that. Unless you get a Mastiff. But then if you have a Mastiff, they kind of just drool because they exist, which is that's a thing in and of itself. I don't know which panel I want to draw right now. I'm feeling so lazy. But I gotta work. Or else this thing will never exist, and that's the nightmare. Is having an idea that will never exist. I did get recommended that video again where that cat is hiding in a pile of blankets and then politely declines when the owner moves one slightly out of place. It has like 50 million views on YouTube. I don't know why. I'm sure you've seen it. Don't even know how he got in there. But it's a great little clip. I love seeing it every time it shows up. There is one condition with allowing a dog in this house, that she doesn't drool, so Clover just slobbers water when she drinks instead. That's a loophole. It's good. You haven't seen it? You haven't seen that one? I could probably find it so easily. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. I found it. It's got like 50 million views. It's crazy how popular this clip is. Let's pause the Monster Hunter. This is worth the detour, I think.
Hello.
Do I have audio? What's going on here?
What you doing?
Oh, I do.
What are you doing in there? Good boy. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, that's that. It's great. How did he even get in there? I don't know. This is such a weird song. It makes me feel like I'm underwater and not in a cool way. It makes me feel like I'm underwater and like there's only blue for miles. Nothing but blue expanse. So I found a way to streamline my writing process a bit more. Did we get you a desk yet? What do you mean we? No. The answer is regardless of what you mean, no. The answer is no. It's been a while since I've checked in, and the answer, regardless of the amount of time that elapses, a day, a month, a year, an epoch even, it will be no, I think. I think I'm gonna have this desk. I'm just gonna, like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna learn carpentry, just in case, on the off chance this desk ever breaks, I'm gonna reassemble it from these parts. From this very desk. It's gonna be like a family heirloom. When I have a son or daughter, I don't know why I specify, when I have a child, which will not happen regardless, so that it really doesn't matter what they are, because it's not happening. I'm just gonna pass down my desk to them. And it's going to be terrible, too, because most of the time when that happens, it's like some kind of, like in a Japanese family, apparently. They are very, some of them, anyway. You don't want to generalize. But it's like a common thing to have this traditional piece of, like, really solid wooden furniture that'll last for centuries. And you pass it down through generations. But for me, I just have, like, this corkboard desk that I have. and that I will reassemble into various shapes over the years when it breaks inevitably. And I will pass that down, and eventually it'll be unrecognizable. You are a most hated man. Just a well, at least I'm not the most hated man. That title is reserved for one man and one man only. The man by the name of I forgot his name, something Kellogg. The guy who stole the peanut butter legacy out from my man Marcellus's nose. And he will never be forgiven for this cardinal sin. That's the bar, huh? Yeah. I don't think there's anybody, I can't even think of a man more hateable than the Kellogg guy, whose name I can't remember. That's how much I hate him. Mr. Johnny Kellogg or something. What has Kellogg even done for me? What do they do? What do they make? What are their brands? I know they got cereals. What are they making over here? Oh, they made Tony the Tiger. You should enjoy that one as a fellow furry enthusiast, Swan. Tony the Tiger, one of the most infamous, or should I just say, I guess just famous cereal mascots of all time, purely because of how sexy the internet finds him. I don't get it myself, but I swear to God. Yo, they made freaking Apple Jacks. I missed those old guys. I missed when the cinnamon stick was Jamaican, I'll be real. When he was cinnamon, that was pretty great. Was it culturally insensitive? I don't know. I don't think so. Was the accent a little overdone? Perhaps. I don't think it was a real Jamaican man voice acting him, but it's like, what are you gonna do? You gonna cancel a fictional cinnamon stick for having an accent? Even if it's somewhat stereotypical? I don't know what you're gonna... Applejack? I know. Applejacks were fire. I haven't had them in forever, though. They made Rice Krispies. I'm done looking at cereal. What am I doing? This is why this comic will never get released. When people ask me why my comic took so long to come out when I'm inevitably world famous, they'll have streams like these to give them a very disappointing answer. You're an Applejack. What is going on here? Well, you're a bit of steak. How does that feel to you? Also, hello, steak. Speaking of things that used to be cool... Whoa, what did I do? I fixed it. Yeah, you know what's messed up? My schedule keeps getting shifted around. So now, on work, you're on a rampage. Yeah, bits of steak, because I'm a snack? Who eats bits of steak as a snack? You're really just chowing down on some bits of tenderloin at 3 in the afternoon? Most people just get like a granola bar or something. I don't know if this retort works, but I'm not getting paid for it. Yeah, I'm already dismantling it as we speak. Don't worry about it. How are y'all? I'm doing great. I was about to complain, as is the tradition of a Twitch streamer, but, you know, other than that, I was doing great. This arm has given me some shenanigans. I feel like I drew this in a weird perspective, and I didn't fully account for it until this very moment. Let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, my schedule's getting reworked a bunch recently. What with the trip, and now they're just like telling me I gotta work certain days when I didn't want to, and now I have to. So the plus side is I now have... Green? What are you talking about? What's up, Mask? Are you gonna call me a simple green man as well? I can't believe people coming in here. At least that's not insulting, that's just an objective observation. This man is avoiding me? Who's avoiding anyone? I'm not avoiding you, no. Here's the thing. I now have Fridays off, but I don't have Saturdays off for I don't know how long. The foreseeable future. Because they can just do whatever they want. So, really, I can now watch your streams more, but I can't do movie nights, so there's like this constant trade-off thing happening. I'm not avoiding anything. SMH, my head's okay. I'm not doing anything. This is capitalism at its worst. Okay, then that works for me. I see there's a trade-off. It's not all bad. Tell your boss to get it together? I feel like if I did that, he would slap me. Granted, he does smoke cigarettes, so I could probably outrun him pretty easily. But he do be stocking shelves very fast. That man is used to repetitious labor and physical movement. So maybe I'm underestimating him. Overestimated myself. Film your scheduling needs to work around the bird lady. It's true. Can I get, like, for some reason, just 3 days off a week and then work 12-hour shifts? Just to maximize the amount of time that I can avoid other things. He would respect you for standing up. You're failing his test right now? No, he would not. I do feel like we have a bit of rapport, me and him, though. Because we both hate middle management. The people above him and I, naturally. That'd be weird if they were above me, but not, or above him, but not me. Honestly, they do that some places, I've heard. They have the 12-hour workday, I think. And then they only work, what is it? It's either, was it 4 days a week? 3? How much would that, well, if you work 12, then the 2, 8... Hold on, I'm doing math. This has gone pretty bad on stream in the past, so I want to make sure I get it right this time. Let's say you got 8. You got 5 times, then you got 12. And you got 12, there's an 8, you take 4 from that, and then you put it over here, and then you got 4. Then you got 4 over here, you put it in there. You got that. You got 4 here and 4 here. That's an 8. And then you got 2 4s. What am I doing? You got 2 here. That's 2, 3. Then you got 12. But then there's a 4 over here. Okay, I'm giving up. Carry the 1 and all that. I used to work 3 on, then 4 on, 4 off, 12-hour workday. It was pretty neat. Only downside was it was from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Oh, God. It's like a hyper graveyard shift. It's going in at 7 p.m. That sounds like a nightmare. The sun's still out, too. That would probably be the worst part for me, is watching the sun go down. And then just come and just waiting for it to come back up. I don't know why, but something about that just seems like it would add another level to the psychological factor of going into a night shift. Because when I go in, the sun is gone. It has not been visible for hours. I do get to watch the sun come up from the front windows, though. Which is nice. Yeah, I can mess with you, but I would watch anime at work. I can't even do that. I have to look at what I'm doing, like, for 8 hours, and it sucks. Luckily, D&D podcasts exist, because if they didn't, I would be crazy right now. I don't want to stack any more Tide Pods, please. Just let me listen to the men talk about swords and magic missile. Remember, I watched all of Re-Erased. It was crying in our operations center. Got me crying in the OC right now. What is this arm doing? Goes like that. Okay, we can just do this then. I could maybe get like one episode of Anime Max if I checked out during my lunch break. It doesn't even take me that long to eat food. I can pretty much just inhale things in most form factors, provided it's not a soup. I've had trouble trying to figure out how to get that one down quickly. Does not work. Math really be math right now? Alright, Mask. Thank you for stopping in. You saw me try to do math on stream. I know the struggles. I know how bad that can be. How long have we been streaming? I have not been streaming for 21 minutes. My timer is broken. And it's almost been an hour. Okay, that makes more sense. God, this comic is never happening. You tried to math on stream? You saw it. It was right there. I tried to figure out how many 12-hour workdays would replace the 8-hour workdays in a week. And I gave up. It's not even that hard. I just don't have the fortitude to do it. God, she is getting some Hunchback of Notre Dame type treatment right now. Get yourself a spine. Why would you show such vulnerability? You should have seen me when I tried to calculate percentages the other day. Not the other day, but the other stream that I did that. Ow. I tried to figure out what 0.01% of my fantasy tavern fund was. And I was off by, you know, only 2 whole decimal points, I guess you would call them. Well, they're not decimals if it's like the whole integer, so I don't know what it's called. 2 whole integers, 2 factors? I don't know. Listen, calculus was the only class I ever got lower than a B in. So that's my excuse. I almost didn't pass. Heck yeah. Why are you cussing at me? Trigonometry. Acute angles. Which are the only ones that make up me. The cute ones. Sorry. Hello, welcome back, girl. Pay no mind to the chat. I'm not actually swearing. I would never freaking do that. Like some kind of hecking nerd. That's too far out. Man, I am sure there's no video proof of it uploaded to the internet forever. TMs me very mean messages, FYI. Literally... Okay, you know what? I was gonna say, just freaking try to even say one of them to prove your point, but that would just give you carte blanche to make up whatever you want, so I'm not even gonna say that. Call my dog ugly one? Oh, you're just gonna start making them up unprompted? Okay, that's fine. I would never call a dog ugly. The one I own is half Chihuahua. Have you seen those things when they're purebred? Oh my god, they look disgusting. I would never call a dog ugly unless it was a Chihuahua, and I know you don't have a Chihuahua. And even people who own Chihuahuas have to, you have to be like, yeah, I knew what I was getting into. I knew what was happening. The moment I got one. See, no love even for his dog. I love my dog. He's a good little boy. Who is also very old. He's a good little old man. We're taking him to the vet later this week because he has a weird growth, so... We are taking care of him to the best of our ability. Meanwhile, tell him I love him and to be a brave boy. He's gonna be great. He's actually pretty good at vets. He has been historically in the past, and that didn't seem to change when we scheduled the appointment. The last time we showed up. I say showed up, but you know, we did the last time we went. We didn't just unprompted do a drop-in to a vet. I don't think you can even do that. Unless I'm wrong. I don't know if they're like ERs where you can just come in with a dog. Just be like, yeah, this one's got the sniffles, please. Give him antibiotics. What is wrong with this face here? Something's going on here. You guys see Cooleen? You guys know who Cooleen is? She's an internet persona. And she does art, quote-unquote, critiques. They're mainly just meme videos. I don't think anybody actually watches them for legitimate advice anymore, which you shouldn't, because they're not, if I'm being honest with you, that helpful. She's much more a shit poster than a teacher. But she did some wild stuff. She was talking some crazy stuff recently. With her excuse being that it was just for jokes. Haven't heard of them? Well, you're lucky to have avoided them. She was part of the people that joined the Ethan Becker trend. Ethan Becker is a great YouTuber. He's like how to do this whole thing, right? But after he started doing it, he was doing like these critiques where he would roast people's art, like his followers' art, but he did it in a funny way. In a way that definitely was very apparent that it wasn't mean-spirited. But then all these other people started coming out. Like Cooleen and Sam Does Art, and they just got like legitimately too mean. Just even for their own fan base sometimes. It just didn't, and they also did not give good advice. Ethan Becker will give you some good advice, but Cooleen and Sam Does Art, they really just give you advice that makes your art look more like their style, which is not a bad thing, because they have decent art styles. But like the whole subculture of roasting your followers, they take it too far sometimes. And roasting art that doesn't meet their stylistic trends in general. But she was doing, the thing that I heard about recently was she was doing this whole thing. With like, you got the circle rune that makes up the skull, and then you got the line that goes parallel to it straight down. And then this like little angle here to define the features that stick out. And there was like some things where it's like there's one diagram where it's this one, and there's one where it's like the features are more straight, which you would see amongst some people of particular races. Like their features are just like less slanted. They're more straight like that. And then she did this thing. I'm sure it was not legitimately intended to be this way. But, you know, she has the angle of the slanted features that she typically draws in, with like jutting out from the face in that way. And then there's the diagram over here, and she used the term, I believe it was gorilla-looking MFers, just in text next to the diagram, and it's like, oh no. That was the worst thing you could have done. That was the worst thing that you could have written next to that diagram. I can't believe you would do that. That's the worst thing you could have done. And it's like, at that point, it's like, oh my, it has to come from ignorance, right? You can't just throw that out there and not know what it means. I'm never really too big into the art drama side of the art community, but that example stuck out to me, mainly because I just know who they are. They're such a big creator in the art space. It's like, you would think that that would just not be an error that you make. Maybe not the best choice of words. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe just not the best choice of words. But that's gotten her whole fan base in a tizzy recently. I don't think I've used that phrase in forever. We should bring that one back. Are they American? No, that's the thing. That's why I'm thinking it's a place of ignorance. I forget where from exactly, but let me see. Where is Cooleen from? Philippines, that makes sense, yeah. I did remember vaguely what area. Yeah, they might now know. The apology they gave was very interesting, though. That's the only reason people are still divided on whether or not this is from legitimate place of ignorance or if there is some other ill intent behind it. They might not know. Oh, I see. They were given like some weird excuse about how the reason they did that is that they don't consume much Western media. And then, like, most of her content on her art features characters from Western media, and it's like, well, you can't really use that excuse, can you? Apology videos. It wasn't even an apology video, it was an apology Instagram post, my dude. And it wasn't even, oh god, it just, like, the more I describe it, the worse it feels, which is why I feel so bad that she's even in this situation. Unless it was intentional, in which case I have no sympathy. But it was an Instagram post, and it was one of those slides where there's, like, 2 panels. And the second one was the apology paragraph, and the first one was just a little doodle of her avatar or something. Like, or whatever, and it's just, like, a little chibi thing sitting on a desk or whatever. And it's like, this is just not a good look for anybody to do this. You had to swipe over to read the apology post. Behind a little doodle here, I don't even... When people are on the back foot, their mental state just goes completely out the window, it seems. What a mess, I know. Just keep digging the hole. Just straight up and say, sorry, I didn't know, I live in the Philippines, didn't mean to hurt anyone, want to do it again. I know, and yet, it's that pressure to get that response out. That these people always seem to fumble the bag. Even if it is legitimately from a place of ignorance, it's just like, oh my god. Not enough. I have to cut off a pinky. Yeah, this is, we require retribution John Wick style over here. I was thinking a more minor sentence like, hanged from the neck until dead. Personally, I think we can all agree. But that's just me? You guys remember when in Aladdin, Jasmine's hand was going to be cut off? Could you imagine if that happened? Like, if the guy just went through with it, and she didn't expose herself as Jasmine? That'd be crazy. That'd be a much different movie. The movie would instead have been shifted to a really slow, like, courtroom drama about this man and how he's gonna lose everything. That would have been... I don't know if it would have been dope. Would have been a very different experience. Forget this stupid love story with... the Robin Williams hit star of Jumanji and Hook. We're doing this now. Man accidentally cuts off the princess's hand. In his defense, she was stealing that apple. I think it was an apple. Bread? I don't know. She's not above the law. Nobody should be, and Disney is perpetuating this narrative that rich people should be above the law. And what kind of example does that set for children? I was wondering if you're saying Colleen or Colleen. It's Cooleen. She spells it like this. Woo. 'Cause it's Corky. Anyways, work beckons lurk. Have a good one, Steak. Thank you for stopping by. Don't be crying in the operations center no more. Or whatever equivalent you have at your current job. Until you say the gorilla party. That pretty much clears. I think if anyone knows who Cooling is now, it's probably from that, unfortunately. Shut up, I'm a big boy now. You can watch Re-Erased without even a single tear. Okay, maybe one, but that's it. I don't have much faith beyond that, though. I bet he cries at least a little bit. You just wait until you see... What's that anime movie? You just wait until you watch A Silent Voice, you fool. You have no clue what you're in for. PRP post-stream stuff. Alright, alright, alright. You have post-stream stuff? I don't even have pre-stream stuff. I just stream the thing. Stop trying to lurk. I watched Silent Voice. I didn't cry. It was touching, though. I will continue to bring up anime and insult you. Drag you back into the conversation. Anyway, yeah, catch you later. Until I inevitably say something so incendiary that you have to come back. This dude be tearing up at the ending of Black Panther, probably. You know. Dude was bawling his eyes out. Dude would not last 30 seconds with the ending of Marley and Me. Did he cry at Haikyuu? Absolutely, he cries every time the games end, whether they win or lose. He just loves it for the sport of it. He's a true fan. Just in it for the passion, honestly, and you know what? You gotta respect it. Did I make the hair bigger again? I just literally cannot tell. At what point will it become so comically big that I realize what I'm doing? I cried at Haikyuu. You know what's weird? Steak cried at the beginning of Brother Bear, not even the ending, like the beginning of it. And it's like, that movie's not even that good, so I don't even know what he's doing there. Not even during like the part where the dramatic inciting incident happens that I won't spoil because it's like the only interesting part of the movie. But he cried like when the title sequence was coming on. I was like, well, that's a little weird. Your avatar background is visible? Is it now? I don't see it. What are you talking about? Are you debating me right now? I'm not taking this. It is now. Me. I don't see my background on stream. The program background pops up sometimes. Is it like when maybe it's when I move my pen over it. I don't know why that would be happening. I guess I can move my window over here and then see if that fixes it. I'll just leave it in the corner. What are some other things Steak cried at? A bigger desk would fade. Literally wouldn't do anything. It would not. Why do you even care about my desk? You're a freaking bird. Birds don't even have them. I think her head is too big in this shot. You don't even have arms to rest upon a desk. You got nothing. You got no need. It was the one that cried at the Brooks scene. Probably also Steak, I would assume. I ain't cry at it. Everyone ask? I know. I didn't cry at it because what I was too busy taking it as inspiration for stuff I could make, I could put in my story and make my own story sad. I was doing that instead. I was being proactive about it. I was like, I could make my own story so sad if I incorporate elements from this scene. Not like the whole thing itself, but like, you know, the general direction of it. You were being soulless. I was being a storyteller. And what they do is take from others and put it in their own work. Just like every other form of art. A work of fart. Everybody's doing it. I don't think a single piece of media, now that I'm thinking about it, has legitimately made me cry. I've teared up a bit, for sure. But I don't think anyone's ever broken the dams. No one's been skilled enough at their craft to break me. Of course, I don't actively seek out media for being sad, so maybe that's my problem. Maybe I gotta find, like, the saddest things ever made. And then I gotta get to, like, a delirious state. I gotta, like, be up for way too many hours, which is pretty attainable these days for me. I could stay up for 48 hours and cry at my toaster not popping up at the correct level of doneness. That would probably be enough. It's not golden brown enough. Why? Why do the good die young? They take them from us too. We're not crying over a toaster. It's even worse than crying over spilled milk, because the toaster worked correctly in this scenario. I just couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle my own flaws. We should all hope to never reach the point in our lives where we're crying over the toaster. Especially because it'll just create steam, and that's bad for the inner workings of a toaster, I'm assuming. The toaster represents our self-esteem issues, and the toast itself represents our self-actualization. We only know vaguely when it may come about, and only we have the power to put the bread in the toaster to achieve it. And even when it comes out, we'll never know quite in what form it will appear, what state it will take, but we know it's coming regardless. Anyway, that's my beautiful metaphor about toast, representing the human condition. I will be taking all of the proceeds from my TED Talk ticket sales revenue, and I will be investing them into anything but a new desk. Thank you, and good night. And then sometimes you get that piece of toast that comes out and it looks like Jesus' face, and you're like, oh my god, what does this even mean? Are you still selling those on eBay? The toast pieces that look like Jesus' face? I bet I could find one. I have this character drawn in profile. I could easily look at her hair. Let me look. Okay. Yeah, that's what that looks like. Alright. Yeah. Just got a little lost. I'm meth-free. Math. I'm choosing to believe you did it on purpose this time. I looked at the A and the E keys on the keyboard. There's at least a 1 key gap betwixt them. You gotta pass through W or S to get there. But either one is good, regardless, so... The least I could do is be happy about it. Is her head too large for this panel? I think it might be. Well, I'm not finishing the line art today, that's for darn sure. I'm learning this more and more as we go on. Is her neck too long again, too? I hate everything. Also, they were doing anti-doping today? What are you talking about? What could you possibly be doping for in your school right now? I gotta miss class. Anti-doping? What could you dope for in a school setting? Were you going for like a sport tryout? Were you joining the football team? Is there a minimum required? I'm thinking about doping and it got me thinking about blood. Because that's like the presence of oxygen or something in the blood, isn't it? I'm trying to remember if I'm even allowed to donate blood because of how much I weigh. It got me thinking about that. What's happening over there? That's what I'm wondering. What the heck is this question? On Google, can I donate blood if my weight is below 50? 50, okay, kilograms. I was gonna say, what, 50 pounds? No! You cannot donate blood if you're below 50. You're like 4 or 6 or something. I don't know. Are you too skinny to donate? That's what I'm trying to find out. There is no upper age limit as long as you have no health restrictions. You must be at least 5'4". Is that real? And weigh at least 110 pounds. Okay, I'm cutting it close. I'm cutting it close. Which is weird. Because I'm like so much taller than 5'4", but I'm almost at that. I'm almost around the weight requirement. If you are under 5'4", you will need to weigh more than 110 pounds to safely donate. Don't you question mark me. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm a beanpole. What do you want from me? I'm not underweight, though. Well, not underweight. Not this underweight. I'm not 110 pounds. I'm over 110 pounds, I'll say that much. You are you emaciated. In so many words. Some might say that. I don't know. If they were being rude, frankly. I don't know. I'm not even crying right now. I would if I was a weaker man, but I'm so strong and of both will and feelings. I'm putting up my emotional walls right now. I'm not emaciated. I literally just can't put on weight. This is how my body wants me to be. I've been this way as far as I can remember. When I drew Zotan... Where is he? Not here. Nope. Nope. Yeah, there he is. When I drew this right here... This is not an inaccurate reflection of my physique. Well, maybe this leg is a little bit more defined, but you know, it's like... Other than that... It's not that far off. Small green man. I'm a tall green man. I'm just thin. If I turn sideways, people don't even know I'm in the room. Well, they wouldn't if it weren't for my nose. If my side profile is more just kind of like, woo, and then just like a whoosh. I don't have a vitamin deficiency either. I eat food. You don't gotta worry about me having like some kind of eating disorder. This is just how my metabolism be. I won't say how much I weigh currently, but I will say the most I've ever weighed is 135 pounds. That's the most I've ever been. And I'm not there right now. But that is the most I've been at. Peanut butter provides all vitamins. Yeah, people say you can't live off of high fructose corn syrup. They didn't say nothing about no peanut butter. That's the most. That's the most. I haven't been above it. I've never been above it. Either physically or emotionally. I'm in distress. You can't feel stressed out about my natural weight. That's body shaming, Swan. And from what I understand, that's not okay anymore. This isn't the early 2000s. You are thin shaming, is what you're doing. Also, have you considered any damsel that's in distress be out of distress when they meet Jim West? Have you considered that? By any chance? Or do I just sound like a lunatic? It's the Wild Wild West theme song for anyone who's uncultured. How tall are you? I am 5'11". I am a very tall and thin man. How does this look so far? I might be able to knock you over if I really tried. Try it, I'm wiry now. I need to know this for something? What are you trying to steal my identity? Mister? You got another thing coming. I don't have any money. I may have gotten a job recently, but I am still dirt poor. Good luck stealing anything from me. I don't got anything. Since we're closer in weight than I realized, yeah, whatever. I took karate for like a couple of weeks when I was 7. You're freaking dead on sight. It's over. Okay, that does it. What are you talking? You'll never get my mother's maiden name. You'll wither like a pool of yarn if I tackle you. What a unique insult. That's gotta be on r/rare insults now. Someone has to put it there. I'm not even fully sure what was said to me right then. You'll wither like a pool of yarn. A video of Zotan. This is gonna be so hurtful. I'm gonna cry on stream. Pardon me. That's gonna be all your fault. Let's see what I'm looking at here. 1 second. Is this a song? What is this? Alright, let me just see. Hold on. Yeah, I'm seeing what I'm looking at here. That was a great music video. Yeah, Casey Frey, shoutouts to giving this creature the moves. That's not me. I could never dance that well. That was a journey. It was great. I liked taking that journey. That was a fun little trip. I'm always reminded when Mask comes around that there are corners of the internet I could never discover, even with all the time in the world. How much time have I been streaming? 1 hour 30. We got like another hour. I don't know if I can finish. Well, actually, there's not too many figures on this page. There's just like an arm and a hand and another hand. And then I got 3 figures. I might be able to finish line art today. I won't get hopeful, but I'll get a little hopeful. I will get cautiously optimistic and comfortably numb as well. Hope you enjoyed it. Got politics. My teacher will take my phone, so I bid thee goodbye. Thank you for the pleasant experience, Mass. Have fun with learning about politic. I'm not too much of a fan of them myself, but you know, I didn't even have to. I don't think I had a single course requiring me to learn about politics in my educational curriculum. But I'll catch you later. The world is on fire. True. He knows. This man knows how it is. The best thing I can do for it with my limited skill set is make an escapist fantasy comic about a world that isn't on fire. Well, it's going to be, because you gotta have conflict, but it's gonna be better eventually. Sorry to spoil the ending in the most vague of terms, but I do plan on having a decent one. Fire and brimstone endings aren't really my speed, you know? Although, I say that, but I did just rewatch The Mist again. For anyone who knows the ending of that movie, you would know it's probably one of the most horrifying endings to anything ever. Just so painful to watch. You know, I was surprised though. My dad usually hates movies that don't have like a traditional ending of like the good guys prevailing and then things being remedied. If it's ambiguous, he hates it. But this movie, he simply called the ending weird, which it is. But I was surprised to just hear that he didn't openly hate it, openly despise the ending of The Mist. He definitely, when we rewatched The Thing, because I've just been buying like Blu-rays of older horror movies again. I do that sometimes when I get in the mood. He hates the ending to The Thing. All the ambiguity of like, who really survived and was anyone a monster by the end of it? Who knows? Hates it. I love that ending because it's the whole point of the film is about paranoia and stuff. I don't know what movie I'm gonna get next. Maybe I'll get Hereditary. I don't think. But that's the point. I know that's the point. That's why I like it. But everyone's got tastes and opinions. Watching for the wrong reasons. Well, you know, it's fine to want to watch a movie for the practical alien effects. And the tension up until the ending is pretty great. But yeah, I do think not liking the ending for it being ambiguous, you know, it's counterintuitive to the point of it. But you can't change opinion. Some people just don't like ambiguous endings. And I'm kind of that same mind, only when it comes to French movies, because the French do it all the time. They are allergic to the idea of a movie having a simple resolution that is clean and concise. They just hate doing it. I don't know why. When I was taking French, in my high school, I had a teacher from Morocco, so he was all ingrained. He was like in France a lot and around French culture all the time. And we would watch French movies in class all the time, and they would all have this ambiguous ending that was like, I hate this. Stop it. Just have a clean, happy ending. At least once. Do it once. French make a movie with a happy ending that is simple and clears everything up and wraps up every plot point challenge. Level impossible. They can't do it. Hereditary, that's an ending? Now that is an ending. And the thing about the Hereditary ending is it's not even ambiguous. They spell it out for you, but it's still weird nonetheless. That is an ending and a half. What if your teacher just really likes ambiguous endings? It's like so many genres, though, that we watched. That it's like, surely they can't all be like this. But every time we got a new genre, it was like a slice of life movie. It was like a romance drama. There was an animated movie. They all did it. It's like every studio in France does this. And I don't know why they do it. I don't know why. Just have one Disney-esque ending and I'll be fine. I gotta get back into clothing folds again. What the heck is this Titanic sounding song? Oh god. I was singing the vocals, lady, and he's stepping all over my parade. My vocals were better anyway, I think. Is this English? In my Monster Hunter soundtrack? What the heck? It is! Ew! Get the heck out of here. I don't like understanding what people in Monster Hunter are saying. I like it being a bunch of, like, jumbled up Japanese syllables that nobody can really understand. Or like singing a dead language or something, anything. It's so distracting. Every time I hear vocals while streaming, I'm like, I just can't focus on anything else now. It's gonna be this way. I'm gonna half divide my attention between complaining about it and listening to it without changing it. What's this fool's nose look like again? I drew his nose. One thing I can pride myself on is that I do not have same face syndrome. I have made an explicit decision to avoid that at all costs. Nose shapes, mouth shapes, they're all going to be different. Eyebrow shapes, I'm trying. And so far it's been pretty successful, I think. In terms of character designs that are unique enough, varied enough. One thing I'm a little hesitant on is the design of Faye and Blair's faces. I think they might be a little too similar. Especially for the vibe that I have in mind for Blair's character in general. I might have to change it a bit, or maybe it'll just evolve with time. I have seen some people on the Webtoon subreddit doing these, here's my character as I drew them in episode 1, versus how I'm drawing them in episode, like, 14 or whatever now. And those are fun posts to look at, because they're oftentimes, they're so significant. And I just wonder, like, I wonder what I'm gonna do. I'm doing the prologue now, and it's taken me freaking, like, a year. Because I'm, frankly, just bad at speed. So by the time I get to like a chapter 14, I'll be like a 50-year-old man. Probably not, but it feels that way right now. Which, from what I understand, for comic artist standards, is pretty old. In the industry to be working, if you're 50 and still in the industry without, like, any significant bodily issues, you're doing great, brother. Most people quit by then. Whether by choice or by force. From natural causes. Prologue at 50 years old, let's go. No, I'm saying chapter 14 is going to be out at 50 years old. Prologue's gonna be out when I'm 25. At this rate. No, that's an exaggeration. I don't mean that. It's gonna come out sooner than that. I should really just keep these photos open. These photo documents, I mean. Just to see what these faces look like. Got a bit of a wide face, this doctor. And where's your comic, Swan? I've been demanding it for a while now. Everybody should make a comic, even if it's not a long one. Just make a short one. Just do it. Mine will be out when I'm 70. The beard does not connect to his lip like that. Well, at least I have a release date, though. That's more than I have for Metroid Prime 4, so that's good. That's progress. Now I just have to work on complaining to you until it gets released, until the date keeps getting pushed further and further forward to the point where it'll be out next month. And I'm very good at complaining. Everybody knows this. I do it constantly. For example, what the heck is it? Why do we call it angel hair pasta? That's gross. I don't want to think about eating hair when I'm eating pasta. What a horrible naming convention that was. Angel hair pasta? Oh yeah, the thing that I love most when thinking about Italian cuisine is the thought of something's hair in my mouth. Mmm! Delicious. There's not enough tomato sauce in the world you could give me to eat a plate full of angel hair. If that was one of God's tests to get into heaven, was to eat a plate full of angel's hair, I wouldn't do it. Send me back. Stop saying angel. Why? It's distracting. Oh, yeah. Angel, angel, angel. Angel, 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 angel. So curious what Capcom's secret project is they're releasing next year. I bet it's Monster Hunter. It just has to be. People saying Devil May Cry don't realize the dude in charge of that are working on Dragon's Dogma 2 right now. So it just can't be. And I don't think it'll be Mega Man. Sorry to Stove, but I just don't think that's true. What's wrong with it? It's my name. I can't help but think you're calling it. Yeah, I figured it out. I used my deductive reasoning. My Sherlock Holmes-esque wit. I was flipping numbers and letters around in midair when I was deducing that. Really hope it's World 2. Lord almighty. I think it has to be. They got the RE engine in full swing. They already made a game out of it in Rise. So, you know. So when people say angel dust, do you just think that's like your dandruff or something? You're very smart, totally manly, not crying your tears. What are you talking about? What are you talking about to me right now? Well, I would give my legal name as penance for exposing Steak's name and using it in vain. But the problem is my legal name is Zotan, so it's like, I've already done it. That's on the birth certificate. Definitely real name. For sure. And Swan, I don't even know what Swan's real name is. She has like 40 names. Any one of them could be real or fake. Right, yeah, I know, it's true. It's hard to believe by some people, but I'm glad you caught on. And are so on board with it so readily. I think Swan's real name could be Clover for all I know. I go by Swan IRL, I have never gone by... If someone called me Zotan in real life, I'd assume they were a stalker sent to kill me. Because there's like 4 people that know that I am called Zotan. She's actually Bird who stole someone's identity. That's why I made it my username. I see. Have you convinced your parents to call you Swan? Or any other relatives for that matter? Excuse me. You may refer to me as Waterfowl now. My parents gave me this nickname? Oh, I see. So that's just a done deal then. You've had this. This was bestowed upon you. This title of Bird Lady. They don't call me by my legal name? That's crazy to me. I've had this forever. That's pretty sick then. I can't imagine having a moniker for so long that it has just become... It has surpassed my own legal name as my identity. It could not be me. I gotta get this hair right. Popped into existence as Bird Lady, that's true. Apparently, according to your tale. Which I have no reason to disbelieve. Now, if I got a nickname based off my persona, unfortunately, Zotan is not very good. It makes little sense. And if someone ever called me Green Man, I think I would have to fight him. I probably wouldn't win against most people, but like, if a 5th grader called me Green Man, I think I could beat him up. I think I could take him up. I don't know, man. There's some large 5th graders out there too, is the problem. Mama and Papa Burb. Green Man should be your pen name. Why can't Zotan just be the pen name? I don't need 2 nicknames. Make it even more confusing. I was gonna say, these kids are adults now. And then it'll become your real name. I don't want Green Man to be my real name. There's not a lot of positive connotations that come with being green and a guy. You got green with envy. You got green with nausea. And then there's just a whole host of things that come with being associated with being a dude that are not great. Don't worry, Squirt will get you a cool nickname. Don't you fret, champ. But stop demeaning me. I'm taller than you. I think. I don't know. Little guy, I knew this was happening. Why is the Green Man always green? Is this a joke setup? Because 789 or something? I don't know. No one knows what it's like to be the Green Man. I gotta move this hair over here. We're underrepresented in popular media. Green ladies have more screen time than green men, I'll tell you that much. Of course, any lady has more representation than a dude. In fictional media, I think. Is that true, or did I just make that up right now? I don't think there's any way I could actually find a statistic on that. I mean in illustrated media, for sure. In visual media, the women get way more of representation than the dudes. Nobody wants to draw a dude. I'm drawing one right now, begrudgingly. Hate this guy. Ew, look at him with his angular features. I don't like it. Disgusting. Ew. Much rather be drawing a buff woman, for sure. As is the custom. Now you drawing a guy. I can't believe I have to draw dudes. I could have made my party, I say party like it's a D&D campaign I'm playing. I could have made my cast, my main crew that I have planned for the story. I could have made them all women. I could have done it. I showed restraint. I did not do that. But I could have. I could have just drawn buff ladies. Left, right, and center. All of them. I already have a pretty female-oriented cast, though. I mean, it's your comic. I don't want to do that, is the thing. I don't want to just make all ladies. Maybe in a future comic, it can be a point. It'll be the point of the story. Are you going to do a beach episode? I mean, I don't know. Depends on how quickly I get my Patreon up and running, you know? Ow. They could have all been beautiful, wonderful, buff ladies. And you know what? Maybe I'll do some AU stuff where you do the gender swap. People do that in Webtoon all the time. They're like, here's a bonus episode. Here's what the main cast would look like if their genders were or their sexes were reversed, I suppose. They do it all the time. I've seen it. It's only the prologue. I am not starting over. You guys have seen how long it takes me to do a single page. By God, starting over right now, I would never want to start again. Absolutely not. Back when I was working on this, just because I didn't have a job, when I was job hunting, and I had like 8+ hours a day to work on this, I was still barely getting out 2 pages a week. And I say getting out, but I mean like finishing them. So there's just literally no way that I have the time to get to start a prologue over and get this out in any reasonable time frame. What time is it now, by the way? How long have I been streaming? It's almost 2 hours. I got like another half hour. Good. I was getting worried. Thought I had gone overtime. His face is freaking scrungled, though. I can tell right now. I gotta flip the perspective. That is a scrungled up face. Let me flip this. You don't even gotta tell me how scrungled it is. I can see it now before the flip. Oh yeah, that's a scrungly face right there. We simply must. We gotta flip the whole thing. Fix your face. I gotta realign some features. His beard is off-center, I think, is the main one. You're scrunkled. Well, that's true. Not everyone can be perfectly symmetrical. I wouldn't want to be. Can you imagine looking like that? Walking around like the symmetry tool was on for your creation? I think the asymmetrical people are God's favorites, because if, like, they think about the symmetrical people, God literally just had to do half the work and then just flip it horizontally and then just they copy-pasted it for the other side. He doesn't even care about hot people, alright? It takes him half the time to make them, and he just shoves them into the world and they don't gotta do anything. Because they're beautiful. God freaking loves me then. See? Maybe there is a shot at happiness. Maybe if we can just convince ourselves that we're God's favorites. Get your freaking symmetrical features out here. People don't know this about Picasso, but he was really having divine visions when he drew his faces of the ideal human. I think I gotta move his hair down. Is that the thing? Maybe. He's already let his hair down. One thing I'll say about this doctor, this filthy male character that I've drawn, is that he's got some long flowing locks. I'll give him that. The dude is aged well. Is it cool to hate dudes if you are a dude? I would think like I'm one of the few people that's allowed to without facing any sort of repercussions for it. I'll freaking hate guys. I have experience. Drawing them or otherwise. Get them out of here. I think what we're discovering here about me today is that I do have dysmorphia, and what the only thing that could solve it is if I were reincarnated as an Amazonian woman, like that of the Wonder Woman universe. I think that's it. I think that's what we're learning today. I hate everyone. Oh, you mean drawing-wise? I did, specifically. But we can unpack the other thing, too, if you want. I'm not licensed in therapy, but I can give it a shot. I'll fund the Patreon if you want to become Wonder Woman. Yeah, I'll freaking... How many surgeries do you think I need? I don't think I'll change the voice either. I think I'll keep my voice. That'll be the one thing that stays the same. I'll be like Seth from Street Fighter when he took on a female appearance. Kept the voice, the deep, imposing voice, and then people were like, oh, great, I'm into this now. Great, now I know that about myself. And it's like, yep. Good job, Capcom. Made another fetish for people. They're very good at doing that. I don't know how they continue to do this. And then they have the audacity to tell people to stop looting their characters. It's like, what are you talking about? You know exactly what you're doing. They gotta have a staff guy who's just making up fetishes for characters. They actually must. They have to have a guy. It cannot be an accident this many times. When I said I'd fund it, I was thinking more of a fun outing to Party City. I don't know if I have the funds for the more involved route. I see. You can't fund me like a Captain America style, a vat. It wasn't a vat. What do you call that thing you went in? Like some kind of pod, I suppose? Where I can just metamorphosize into a different being entirely. Why are my arms so off today? Not in real life. Well, I guess in real life when I'm drawing. I'm having trouble figuring out perspective of hands right now. Well, not the hand, but the arms, like I said. I haven't drawn for 4 days and I've already forgotten how arms function entirely. 4 or 5, I forget. Music do kind of hit different when you don't understand any of it. That's what I'm saying. Freaking English, it's all like, well, I know exactly what they're talking about. That's no fun. Every song should be written in Latin or some other dead language. So nobody knows what they're saying. Also, for some reason, I guess it is just less distracting for me when I'm streaming. When I don't have to perceive the meaning of any of the lyrics. It just becomes another instrument, which is good. The voice is always an instrument, Zotan. I know. Just sometimes when there's words and I know what they are, it's hard. Also, I've been around enough voices to tell you that not every voice is an instrument. Or at least an in-tune one. Certainly not. So 10 J-pop karaoke stream? No. No. That would get me canceled on accident. I wouldn't even do it maliciously. I just don't think it's a good idea. You heard it, chat? Don't do this to me. Only if you do it first. There. See how you like it. Now this arm is rough right now. Okay, you wouldn't dare. I'm not even a little scared. On an unrelated note, I'm ending stream early. Do some Baradio, gonna miss all the notes, make up all the words, but I'm doing it. You gotta have the romanized syllables up there. Or whatever the term for that is. And you have to at least try to follow along with it. Otherwise, it's not karaoke, now is it? Then it's just shower singing. Which, like, anybody can make up shower lyrics to Japanese music. I've done it many times. It's like, are these the right syllables? Most certainly not. But it's close, and I have the melody in my head, so that's all that matters in the shower. I'll absolutely sing the shower sing the hell out of it. Yeah, absolutely. Oh god, what did I do? Bring the other hand line back, please. Thank you. That one looked remotely plausible. I gotta figure out how to do this arm here. That's certainly not it. Maybe this is too foreshortened, or not foreshortened enough. Foreshortening is another thing I want to get better at. I saw this really cool Spider-Gwen piece on Twitter, because that seems to be like half of what all Twitter art is these days. But it was pretty striking because it was just a simple character illustration, but it was completely carried by the composition of it. And the foreshortening of the character. And the framing as well. The framing exaggerated the composition. It was kind of like this, the head thing, and she was like looking up here, and then there was like a more of a like a top-down thing. But like you could see, it was very obvious where the foreshortening was happening, receding into the image, and it was very carried by that. And I want to get better at doing stuff like that, because I can't even sell it. It was like super effectively done. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, things took longer than expected. No worries. Dude, no joke. There's so much Spider-Gwen. There's so much Spider-Gwen, dude. Even, like, her design was already popular when she was just, like, in the comic run, but then freaking Spider-Verse came out, and it was like, oh, Christ. Here we go again. I remember seeing Spider-Gwen fan art just ambiently before the Spider-Verse movies came out, and that's how you know it's, like, a popular character design. Especially for comic books, when a character's design is just, you know, circulating. That's how you know it's pretty, at least popular on a base level. But then the movies came out and just like, oh god, it's just everywhere. Also, once you send me the updated image with the swatches, I will post it to Twitter and tag you. Then you're free to share it everywhere. Alright, cool. Thank you, thank you. I will get the swatches ready then. Shortly after stream. You're welcome to show on stream now? Alright, cool, cool. I'll be sure to do that unless I forget, which might happen. When am I ending? I'm ending in like 20 minutes. It's been known to happen. Have you done the reveal yet? Don't forget to sign it and add Zotan. Alright, cool. I will do that. I'll be sure to add Zotan in there. The Zotan stays on for the commissions. You had a mini reveal on stream today? Nice, nice, nice. I have to fix this arm, I assume. Maybe it just needs to be moved over more. Whoop. working on foreshortening here right now on the fly, which is not how I'm used to doing it. Usually I plan this stuff out in advance over the course of like a whole day for one illustration. That's how I used to do Instagram posts. I would sketch it out for one day, and then I would do the line art the next day, and then I would do all the cross-hatching and stuff the next day, because I would do it with pen and ink rendering. Only 5 people were there, including 2 IRL friends, so only 3 followers saw it. I'm completely fine with that, you know? The initial reveal. So far. How the heck do arms work, brother? He looks so weird. I'm gonna have to come back and figure out how arms are, apparently. Gonna redo all my arm studies that I already painstakingly did earlier. Let me try to rip out an arm. Not actually, but figuratively. Let me rip out an arm right now. You got the bicep. You got the tricep. You got that going here. Got the elbow. You got your brachioradialis or something. Then you got the thing that connects to him here. This is comprised of 2 muscles. You got them here. Elbow's too long. And then you got this one here, because the wrist little muscles, I forget what they're called, come out of here. You got like these tensors and flexors all here, but then there's like the anconeus muscle or something around the elbow. That like links to here, actually. So this would be bigger. How long of a break do you before you want the next commission? You could just keep them coming if you feel so eager to do it. I have no other obligations other than this comic that I'm doing. Nobody else has come to me for commissions quite yet, so it's not like I'm busy. Sweet, yeah, you could just keep it, do whatever you would like. I have no... as indicated by the fact that I'm trying to sketch out a bicep right now when I should be working on the comic, I have no strict schedule on anything. No strict deadlines. I want to make more Garrow stuff? Absolutely, if that is what is required of my services. There, this is an arm to the best of my hastily remembered abilities. And yet, I can't figure out how it looks in this particular orientation. Maybe the elbow was the key. I think it's all about the elbow orientation. Want me to be my artist for my model from now on? Well, I'm flattered to hear it. And I would be glad to do it. Do I need to pay a retainer fee? No, I'm not quite that highbrow. I'm like a Walmart escort, you know? I'll just do the job as long as there's money involved. But I don't got no retainer fee. Just let me do the job. I do it for the love of the sport, actually. I don't think an escort's ever said that about their job. I do it for the love of the craft, honestly. Is Ocean suffering from success? Yeah, absolutely. I got too much now. Steak, when is your foot commission coming in, by the way? I'm just assuming that that's what it's going to be. You don't have to confirm or deny that. I gotta say, okay, this is a better sleeve than I had before. It's gonna be a hefty request. A hefty foot request? Talking like size 11s or something? What are we talking here? don't even know what size my feet are. I just bought new shoes, too. I should know this. Here's my old shoes. If I can even read the label. It looks like I am a men's 9 and a women's 11, according to these shoes. I'm a European 42 and a half. I don't know what that means, but that's what it says. I'm not showing the feet, but I will describe them. Vaguely. My feet are bigger than yours? Well, I am thinner than is apparently a healthy weight to be. I have, I think I win the physical anomaly scale today. The outlier spectrum. Because when I said my weight, or I said my highest weight, it brought distress to people watching. So I'm fine. Describe them slower? No. You weirdo? Get out of here. We all may have physical anomalies, but Steak's got one in the brain. And it's not the foot thing. It's wanting me to describe it for Rude. You can have a feet thing, just don't make me describe it to you. As you're a size 15, if I remember correctly. Dang. I got a brother-in-law who's probably around there. He's a very large, tall man. Big guy. Our family has taken to nicknaming him Sasquatch, as a matter of fact. And so, you know, that's if that's any indication as to his stature, that's kind of what we're working with. And it suits him. We're one of the few people where that nickname is like, yeah, that's like a perfect one for you, my dude. Azure equals Godzilla. I didn't start the foot convo this time, that's on you. That's true, I did instigate. I will accept that. Got to accept when I'm wrong, where I am. When I am. Who am I? Who am I? Yeah, draw that. I'm working on it. I'm working on a mask. Don't you worry about it. I think this arm is looking better now. Anyways, I'm accomplishing absolutely nothing. I have to go try to be a contributing member of society. I don't. I stack fettuccine on shelves. Later, Steak. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. I will be ending soon anyway. And by we, I mean me. Oh, Steak, before you go, if you're still here, do you want to see the commission that I've been working on? Since Garo has given me permission to do a reveal of it. If you've already left, then you know, you could just say nothing. And I'll get the idea. I might have been too late to grab onto him, to grab onto his coattails on the way out the door. Sleep got them hands, and politics is backing it up. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Politics seems like... I never had a politics or purely oriented class. I had history and stuff like that. Social studies, as it was called. But I never had no freaking politics. That sounds infuriatingly boring. I could not care less about people trying to divide the world into little lines and numbers and ethnic groups and all that for their own narratives. That's all politics is. No, it's about the betterment and organization of structural hierarchy in society. Shut your freaking gob, dude. You know what you're doing. You know what it's used for these days. Everybody does. Politics is important, hasn't been important since billionaires existed. And that's a fact. I don't know if that's a little too based or red-pilled. But it's just the dang truth. At least over here. His mustache is uneven. That gives me OCD in real life. I have to fix it right now. My mustache loves to grow asymmetrically and I hate it. Make me so angry. Same. Yeah, it's freaking, I hate it. It always just, it does it in the weirdest ways too. Like you would think if this was my nose, which is a very generous, this is my very sculptural Roman-esque nose that I have. You'd think if you had a mustache and it was growing asymmetrically, it would just be like one side would be a little longer than the other one. You just trim that off and you're all good, right? No. For me, what happens is I get like weird little patches of it. Like here, it'll grow like longer here. Like not even towards the end, but like closer to where the nose, the nostrils is. And I don't know why this happens. It makes me so angry. I have to trim it, and it's just so weird to curate that. Also, where's the Garo beard, JK? I mean, if you want the addendum to that. I could add the luxurious beard variant. I did say I was going to do that. I remember it now. Wouldn't even be too hard to add. I could just throw that on the front view. His hair's got a little... Sorry, let me try that again. His hair's got to look a little more scrunkly over here. Every word in that sentence got caught at a different spot in the sentence than where it was supposed to be. Would be for fun and not the actual reference. Yeah, okay. I can see that's fair enough. If that's not deemed on model, I suppose I can accept it. It's simply the AU version of Garo, where they have a beard. It's like the AU version of Zotan, where I would have a mustache. Give myself a big ol' handlebar one. I give myself over here. Maybe I need a mustache for this character, for this little guy here. Because he's got the beard. And if I... Oh, yeah, look at... Oh, he actually looks so distinguished with that. That's perfect. This is exactly what this character needs. There he is. He's perfect. Can use it for some add-ons for my new model I will commission you for. Now, when you say mod, is this like to be used with reaction imagery? You know what's crazy to me? Those people that like they convert art into VTuber models, like full-on animated stuff. That I have no clue on. Just a GIF model like I have? Alright, good. Because I was gonna say, I have no idea how to do that, like, all that actual VTuber software stuff. If I get into that, though, I bet I could make bank off of it. Because I've seen that industry just pop off. I don't want to make you learn how to rig a model, I mean, yeah. And for that, I thank you. I would quite simply just have to tell you I don't know how to do that, and I don't know if I ever will. If I did, though, it'd be freaking lucrative. I'd have to pay you big for that? Yeah, that's what I hear. It's like a very long process. Those people that make, like, popular VTuber model updates and stuff like that, they have waiting lists, like, years in advance. I can't even imagine having a commission list that long, just dedicating your, like, literally just mapping out the rest of your year. Or the next couple years of your artistic projects, and just being like, yep, that's what I'm gonna do now. Until 2024 or 5, I have everything planned out financially. And of course, people can probably cancel to be on the waiting list, but I assume at that point, if you're like that level of investment, there's probably a down payment of some kind. The whole VTuber rigging community is very foreign to me, but it's like, it's so much money being thrown around, man. It's like the fursuit community. I imagine that's like a whole investment in and of itself. You get thousands on those things. I have a friend who's SO offered to learn how to rig a current model, and he was pulling hair by the end of it. Yeah. It seems like a very, involved process, to say the least. This is a tangent. How do I always find a way to draw a tangent where I don't want it? Out of here. But then you look at the people who learned how to rig their own model, and it's like, oh, that looks so cool. I wish I knew how. I wish I was as skilled as you are at so many facets of visual creation. I quite simply am not. I will just stick to my pictures. Thank you. Maybe an animation here and there. I should buy the final version, the EX version of Clip Studio at some point if I ever want to do animations for, like, I don't know, like a trailer for this comic. Or just in general GIFs and such. I could do animated commissions. People do like 30-frame loops. It's pretty neat. This hair looks a little weird. I'll go back and fix this line later. I think it's too high still, actually. Yeah, I will fix this line later. It is troubling me. It looks fine here when I just have it sketched out. Oh, actually, that was like awesome. Hold on, we're working with it. Hold on. Drew a line out of rage, accidentally made a good one. Hold on. Accidentally good art. We love to see it. Seems to be the only way I can do it sometimes. Everybody hold on for a second. Alright, let's flip. I think I wanted this to be more exaggerated here. Which means, yes, making the hair a little bigger. If you came to a Zotan stream and wanted the hair to be smaller, then are you really a fan of the channel? I don't think so. All I can hope for in this world is that if people ever parody my art style, they just draw something akin to like a little character sketch over here with the face. And then the little proportions and everything looks pretty normal. And then just all that. Clearly not. This is all I want. I want for people mimicking my style for satirical purposes to just do something like that, and everything's gonna look like that. Big hair, don't care. Absolutely, that is my mantra. That is my spirit quest, my journey. The answer and the question, how big? The answer is, big how. I don't know. I'll work on it. Funny how? Funny like a clown? Why does this look so strange? Do I need to get rid of this line here? Oh, that helped a little bit, I think. We'll get this jawline sorted out and then I'll stop. Because I am cutting the line. A little closer. I will, though, bring up the commission on stream just so I have it for posterity on the video feed. If I'd ever get a model rigged, it would just be a live 2D, which would mean you could do the art and someone else can do the rig. Yeah, I have seen that process done before, where people just get the art done. And then somebody else who knows how to rig stuff actually, you know, makes it the whole puppetry of it work, the animatronics of it, if you will. So that would be cool if you ever had a mind to. And, you know, I wouldn't have to do the work, the hard part. So let me just open that up. Maybe someday. That's what I say about my own character, too. Maybe I'll animate something someday. Maybe get a GIF tuber. As opposed to a PNG tuber. That's like the most I could go. Where is this? There it is. I'll just open up the Clip Studio file. Where I started working on the color swatches before I had to leave for my trip. GIF isn't that hard, actually. It seems like it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I started working on that. So this is what I've been doing, or I was doing, before I left for like 4 days. We have the Garo ball form over here, which I think turned out pretty great. Even though the line art tool was not my usual, I think it turned out pretty good. And then we have the human form, which I also think turned out pretty good. I like this one. Just getting the frames, then compiling them. Yeah. I do like how the... it was a good solution on your end to sort of compensate for the wing rings as some sort of body chain jewelry. I did like that. That was a clutch save by you, because I don't know if I was gonna friggin' figure out how to do the wing thing otherwise. They would have just been very large. So, you know, a redesign on the fly. It was a good idea, I think. That wasn't the emote I selected. Yeah, all in all, a cool design, fun to work on. I think it turned out well, and it's been going good. I like the wing jewelry. I think it was good. Did the little Saturn ring. It ties the design to the shape of the eyes, the shape language there. It's all good, I think. But yeah, I'll get that the swatches finished up after stream at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. I don't know what's going on later today, so I might get pulled away for something, but I'll try. It'll definitely be, I'll have it ready today, though, before I go into work. It's amazing, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. When you sent it to me, I was gushing about it. Well, that's very nice. Take your time, it shouldn't take, it's just putting colored squares around. And then I'll read the specifications on the Discord about what to do with them. But yeah, that's all I got for today. That's what I've been doing. We're back in the saddle. And Zotan, that's true. Where is he? Where is that little rascal? Where did I put you? Zotan, my boy! Oh, he's in the reference folder. I found him. I saw him as like a little Where's Waldo he was. Where are you? Oh, that was him. Found him. There he is. You see, he's there somewhere, and I found him. There he is. I'll just save him so he's down there. That's the browser. That's the end screen. I'm a little out of practice. It's been almost a week. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I'm back in the saddle. I'm back on the old grind. Thank you all for stopping by. More of this. Hopefully a lot more of this. I want to do this I'm getting so amped to do this comic. Maybe it's the week I took. I wanted to script the comic while I was on my trip, but I didn't realize that for Google Documents, you have to turn it to offline mode while you have an internet connection, so I didn't have internet. And then I wanted to, I couldn't script anything, but maybe it's for the best. Maybe I should have just taken the trip like I did and not worked on the comic at all, which is what happened anyway, so. Yeah, talk to you later. Thank you all for stopping by. And I'll talk to you later, Gara, and, bye-bye. This prologue is getting done at some point. Y'all, I swear. Rest is important.